Warm greetings to you all, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ajabulani Mwale. I will be taking you through Sociology, the course that is part of your program. And I hope that what we are going to be able to share as we go will help us in our future and in everything that we choose to do in our lives. So the rationale behind sociology is that sociology is a study of society itself and human social behavior, offering us a unique lens through which we are to understand the complexities of the social world at large. This course is designed to introduce students to the core concepts of sociology and its relevance in comprehending the dynamics of social institutions, culture, inequality, and social change. By examining sociological theories and research methods, students will develop a sociological imagination, enabling them to critically analyze and interpret the social phenomena that shape our lives. This foundational knowledge is crucial for fostering informed citizenship, promoting social awareness, and laying the groundwork for advanced studies in sociology and related disciplines. The aim of the course really is to provide students with a foundational understanding of the principles, theories, and methods of sociology. Through an exploration of sociological concepts, this course aims to foster critical thinking, analytical skills, and an appreciation for the ways in which social forces shape individual behavior, relationships, and societal structures. By examining key sociological perspectives, students will gain insights into the complexities of human society, enhancing their ability to engage with and contribute to diverse social environments. The course objectives. What are we trying to achieve from sociology? What is the main objective? On completion of this course, you should be able to understand basic principles and key concepts of sociology. 2, you should analyze and interpret the influence of social structures on individual behavior. 3, we should be able to examine the role of culture, socialization, and institutions in shaping society. Maybe the question would be, how do we at this point understand the culture? How do we understand socialization and the institutions themselves? How do they play a part in shaping the society? Number 4, we should be able to explore the sociological perspectives on social inequality, including class, race, and gender. 5, evaluate the impact of social change and globalization on contemporary societies. 6, apply sociological theories to to real-world scenarios and social issues. 7, develop critical thinking and research skills through sociological inquiry. The course outline. In this course, you will learn the following topics. Unit 1, Introduction to Sociology. In here, we are going to define the whole scope of sociology, major theoretical perspectives. Under Unit 2, we should be able to start to dig into the core. We start with the culture and socialization, where we're going to look at the role of culture in society. What roles do the culture that we are in, what do they play? What role do they play in socialization? Socialization and the formation of identity. We end up belonging to certain groupings, we are able to identify ourselves with certain groupings based on our socialization, our societies. So that is the bit of that. That is the core of that unit. We'll move on to Unit 3, where we're going to start dealing with social institutions, where we have to obviously talk about family, education, religion, and other social institutions. We'll further proceed to the functions and dysfunctions of social institutions. How do they work? How do they not work? Okay, that's under Unit 3. Under Unit 4, we're going to look at social stratification, the class, the race, gender, and gender inequality. We also have to look at social mobility and the impact of inequality. Okay, as we move on to Unit 5, we will consider social change and globalization. Now, under this, we're going to be looking at the theories of social change. What do we talk about when we talk about social change? What comes to mind? What do we do? What do we then understand? What should we then be able to figure out or understand as we move forward in these theories? What do other people think about these theories? Then we move on to globalization and its effects on societies. What has happened because of globalization? What are the effects that have come to the societies that we live in? Under Unit 6, we will look at research methods in sociology, quantitative and qualitative research methods. So this is going to be a diverse approach. We're going to look at both angles. We're also going to have to look at ethical considerations in sociological research. What should we look at? What should we do as people who are pursuing sociology or sociological research? How should it be done? What should we consider? What are the ethical methods of doing research? We don't want to start doing research that is substandard. So we need to add quality to the work that we will have to do. So under Unit 7, we will consider the social movements and collective behavior. Under this, we are talking about the types of social movement. What types are there under the social movements of sociology? We are also going to look at the role of collective behavior in social change. I think we're going to look at group demonstrations and how do people move when they're moving together. What do they do? Influences from the society, influences from people around, things like peer pressure. Those are little elements that come into play when we tackle that part. So That will cover the first part of our sociology program course, and I think the major materials that we should be considering as we look at sociology will be shared in the modules that will be given. I think as we look into our website, the Just Life University website, these modules are there and everybody can be able to access these. And then any other, just to spice it up, we can get any other supplementary books within the topics of course, the courses that are recommended that we are tackling. Otherwise, there's no limitation in that regard. When we come to evaluation of our course, how are we going to evaluate our learning, our progress? How much progress have we done? What have we achieved as a team? What have we worked on as a team? Have we been able to achieve these things? So our evaluation process will include assignments, and there will be assignments designed both to consolidate the technical material covered and to encourage research as well. So deliberately we will give out deliberate assignments that will help us do research, that will help us bring together all technical aspects of whatever it is that we have learned. These assignments also will be evaluated by the course lecturer or tutor. I think we should not be worried about that, because obviously there will be extensive learning during the course, so this shouldn't be a problem. The course research project, there will be one that will be shared depending also on the lecturer who may be there at the time, but obviously since I'm the one taking you, we will follow what the outline shares. There will be projects to be assigned to either a group, we might do it in groups, or as individuals, depending on the need that may arise. The projects will consist of carrying out a research on a real situation. This will involve gathering information from sources, and a report shall be prepared and submitted to be evaluated. Okay, so this is how we are going to pursue it. Some lecturers may take it differently, but I think we will follow the standard that has been made available to us. Then the final examination will obviously be the main assessment. This will be now to consolidate everything that has been learned at the end of the course. This means for one to clear the course, one has to pass the final exams first. This implies one has to get at least not less than 24 marks out of the 60 marks of the exam, or rather, in other words, 40% of the 60. Then assignment and project will be considered. Okay, so first we will look at the assignment. Depending on your marks, which we are saying, we are recommending that you should do at least 24, and then we will then go to the final exam, which we also demand at least 40% should be achieved out of that final exam. It also implies if a student gets less than 40% from the exams, even though you have 38 from both assignments and the project, remember we are doing two, there will be one which will be the assignment, then the second one will be the project. So even if you get 38 from both assignments, the one will not be considered to have cleared their final exams. So there's a breakdown there of how we are looking at the components and weights in which we are going to do our examinations and our evaluations. So the assignments there, we can see there it says 20% for an individual, and then the project, either group or individual, will still carry 20%. The final examination will then carry 40%. So there's some technicality that is there. So final exam, sorry, not 40 but 60. So the total comes to 100. So maybe we should consider this as an easy breakdown, which should be clear for everybody. So assignments, I would just like to repeat myself. Assignments for individuals, there will be a 20% mark for each individual, that is for each assignment that is given. Then you will also pursue a 20% under the project, where either you are doing an individual project or you're doing a group project. The total you will be able to get there will be 20%. Therefore, under assessments, you should be able to sum up to 40%. Okay? This is where that 24% is supposed to be considered. Then from there we move on to the 60% under the final examination. Okay? So, as a matter of caution to every one of us, please note that students involved in academic dishonesty will receive a D grade in the particular component in which the infraction occurred, and a notation of academic dishonesty in the dean's office will be taken note of. Then students may also receive a D grade on the course, a notation of academic dishonesty on their transcript. So this will affect you in two angles. One would be your records in the dean of students will be dented. There will be a D there, and then also in your transcripts, that D will be shown there. So plea to every one of us to take this seriously. Let's be honest with whatever it is that we are doing, and then we should be able to clear together, move on to the next stages as the course and the school demands. So therefore, notations read as follows: grade of F assigned for academic dishonesty. Okay, and or suspension or expulsion from the university. So dishonesty will be taken seriously, and we will have either expulsion and suspension suspension from the university. The University Senate resolutions on academic dishonesty is contained in the examinations policy on exam malpractices. It is the student's responsibility. This, I think we must emphasize, that it is the student's responsibility to understand what constitutes academic dishonesty. Please be careful when handing in assignments, reports, essays, and or cases that are based on individual work. In instances when work is suspected to be copied and or plagiarized, all students involved will be notified, and the case will be reviewed first by the instructor and then by the Office of Academic Integrity. So this is a serious matter. We ask every one of you to take this extremely seriously. So the continuous assessment is calculated as follows: out of 40 marks, Chas Life uses a grade GPA to calculate the overall CA, which is continuous assessment. The GPA or grade point average is a number that indicates how high you scored in your courses on average. Using a scale from 1.0 to 4.0, your GPA tracks your progress during your studies. This number is used to assess whether you meet the standards and expectations set by Charles Life University. Here is an example. If a student gets 50% in test 1, 70% in quiz, and 68% in an assignment, the student's GPA as CA will be calculated as follows. So this is assumed that you have taken a test 1, you have taken a quiz, and you have done an assignment. So those three being your continuous assessments. So your grading will then be that for the test, considering that you got a 50%, then you will be considered as to have 0.5. Okay? Then you get 70% in your quiz, that is considered as 0.7. And then if you get, assuming you get 68% in your assignment, that comes to 0.68. When these are added, they give you a total of 51.38. So then this is then multiplied by 0.40, which gives us an answer of 21 out of 40%. This is the CA which will be added to the marks gotten in your examination. If the student gets a 70 in an examination, then 0.7 times 0.6 will give us 42%. Therefore, 42% plus 21% will give us 63%, which ends up giving us a B. Okay? That is the summary. That is how our calculations regarding our assessment and our evaluations will be done. Thank you for following. Thank you for listening to my little sharing. We hope to get to know each other better as we proceed from here. Thank you so much and have a pleasant day. Thank you.